Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, this is going to be a Divine Feminine check-in and support. So first off, yeah, let's get a little message from your DM, Divine Feminine. We are getting, I've never loved anyone the way I love you. Okay, so let's get into what the Divine Feminines are dealing with emotionally at this time and how there can be a little bit of support to navigate. Good, bad, ugly. Let's see what we get. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What is it that we can see for the Divine Feminine collective that joins me here emotionally at this time? Wow, surrender because victory has not been. So emotionally, I guess it makes sense. If you're watching this video, you're not in full trust. High Priestess in the reverse is a little bit of a nudge that you could be still and know. Drop in. Mercy, humility, compassion. Drop in. Drop into trusting that everything happens for a reason. It's not about the person, it's about trusting the divine plan and that you were shown a love like this for your conscious evolution. It's your capacity that is reflected in your ability to love so deeply. This is a card of surrendering. No matter what, it's the sweetness. It is you not being jaded, maintaining your purity, your innocence, even if things don't look like they're going to plan your way, playing out how you thought. This is the Daddy's Coming Home card, riding in from the karmic battle with the wreath to crown a partner. In the reverse, this can mean it's taking its sweet time. But Divine Feminines emotionally, that's like waiting energy, and we don't need to be in waiting energy. Oh, I'm being told to pull one of these. So how can we support Divine Feminines in this energy of pause in between? We're getting Medicine of the Butterfly, Kachina. That is a card number 6. 6 is about reciprocity too. Let's see what we get. On the wings of hope, Butterfly Kachina guides you through an ending to the light of new life within. It is your transition into a happier time of increased pleasure and delight, especially if you've experienced a great struggle or loss. The spirit medicine of Butterfly brings hopeful promise to your heart. Here is your sign that there will be happiness, peace, and light. Trust in the goodness being birthed. It may not look like it right now for those who are looking to this reading for assistance, but good times are coming, and this is the heart opening that leads you there. You can never unlearn what you now know about your capacity to love. Let that serve you. Let that sink in. Let that support you. This is the spiritual proof that you are love, because what you believe is available to you. I know many of you are saying, it's not available to me. My divine masculine hasn't shown up. But because you can experience it, that is the spiritual proof you are of that frequency. Let that thought take you where it needs to. What else can we see emotionally here? Spiritually, what can the Divine Feminines tap into? Intention, mental breakthroughs, and ideas. Spin it, flip it. If you're feeling waiting, drop in and understand what you have walked into, what you've touched on that shows you your capacity. You don't need to be waiting for anyone at all. This is to show you you. Having said that, do nothing as to how you feel. It will influence your divine counterpart connection. Do everything in alignment with what your higher knowing or the divine connection indicates is beneficial at any given moment. That is true freedom. Okay, conscious mind, what can we get for the divine feminines? We of course have the union twin flame 1111 showing up on the floor, and the sun in the reverse, and the world. So on the conscious mind, you know there must be cycles that are closing out that have not come to full light yet, and that it's just a matter of time for union. I'm hearing, show me what I need to know. So let's see, what do the divine feminines who are going to be watching this reading need to know? I'm getting another butterfly, child of the light. And that's interesting because this could be called child of the light, but it's in the reverse, and now we get this card in the upright. So that's a 33 card. $33 might be a special number for you coming up. Watch for 33, and this is the card. So there is a divine light that does not cast a shadow, nor does it cast judgment, even though it reveals truth, a truth that is sometimes hard to acknowledge and requires that we change our ways. True divine light is healing, it's unifying, it brings hope and illuminates the way. Other sorts of light exist on the planet that are not so pure nor so helpful. Those sorts of lights may appear stunningly bright, yet in effect create separation and increase ego. You can recognize genuine divine presence not by how dazzling it may first appear, but by what your devotion to that light evokes in your heart and the world. So this is talking about channeling, making light of the twin connection, fixating on a person, even a twin. And I'm not talking about thinking about this person all of the time, because that can be utilized for many purposes, light and counterfeit light. The light we see in another person is not as pure as the light we see directly to the divine. And that is why focusing on the divine light will never lead you astray, will never lead your heart off track, will never misguide you. Take your focus off of your divine masculine and the connection and onto the divine to interpret the connection, to interpret the timing, to interpret what it is you're meant to channel because of the love that you have come to and the capacity that you have come to embody in love. Ask the divine to show you how that is meant to be shared into the world. Because there are things right in front of you that have not been seen. This card is right on top of the, let's say, lack of progress in the 3D for many, or the assessment that there might be. This speaks of divine timing. There is something more to mission, something more to holding the divine feminine light, and to utilize that for the greater good of humanity right now. You are a child of the light. Do not dim your light. This process is a divine process and a gift to humanity. And so it's meant to inspire you to anchor heaven on earth, divine feminines. This is your time to activate. What are we getting? Dimensional planes of perception, number 7. Path change, paradigm shifts, and adjustments. Exactly. Let the love you've found with your divine counterpart inspire you to do great things in the world, not inspire you to be in waiting, longing. Temper those impulses. Bring it back. It's not about your worthiness. This love is not meant to test your worthiness. It does bring up those things to be cleared, but it is ultimately here to support you. I'm actually being told to read this one sentence one more time so that it really hits home. True divine light is healing, it is unifying, it brings hope and illuminates the way. So we can say that divine light is also the truth that sets you free. If you're in suffering, keep working that puzzle through prayer, meditation, and ask for understanding to work the puzzle of why you're suffering right now. This is within your conscious control to bring light to the recesses of darkness that still might be causing confusion, uncertainty. And just because you've had somebody illuminate on your heart that you're meant to go in that direction does not mean you're meant to fixate on achieving union with that person. The knowing that union, that separation is an illusion, becomes embodied when you understand how things all work together, how everything that has happened has come into this moment, and how you are experiencing your reality now, and how much control you have over your enlightenment and your frequency right in this moment. Subconscious awareness and Akashic information also came up, and that does speak of having access to the multidimensionality, non-linear time and space, the everything right now. You can tell yourself this is the fun part of the journey. Right now, this moment contains everything that I need. How can you look at what you are experiencing in this moment in the highest of light so that you can go into ecstatic bliss? That is a potential available to everyone that is watching. You can cultivate that sort of a frequency, and it's not ignorance is bliss. It is literally the High Priestess motion, mercy, humility, compassion that drops in and experiences the ecstatic states of being right here, right now. What can we see in the physical realm for the feminines? The first card, we have this transformation. So, I'm really feeling to remind divine feminines, you are an infinite being. You have not arrived. Even that you are solo on the journey, there is a beautiful opportunity for you to contribute more into the world, into investing in your own consciousness, your own awareness. Until you have peace, until you are of a frequency that is present enough to show up to your reality without being distracted by thoughts of the past or the future, and just knowing that you are capable and open and joyful, there's still work to do. We have this illusion of lack of progress, or maybe this nudge to go within. The Six of Swords is about, in this card, there's a solo individual here putting thoughts in order and taking accountability for mindset, an independent mindset here. Only you have the ability to go in and work the puzzle of your particular thoughts. Only you know how you got the thoughts that are sticky in there. Those are your conscious opportunities to express your individual free will assessment of your reality. Become a puzzle master that does not suffer by looking at anything that's creating suffering. We next have this Eight of Coins and the Tower. So this is looking deep within for any of your triggers, looking at why they are triggering to you. There is always a forgiveness, a release, a letting go, shifting focus, changing the way you're looking at something to be had, to bring progress where you thought there was none. Sometimes we don't need to know, but for those who are in puzzle mode, working the puzzle, you can learn how to streamline your thoughts so that you're not distracted by things not going your way, and more so you show up to your reality in a state of open readiness and embracing what is with a glad heart. The attitude of gratitude. Let's get one more card about this message. For Divine Feminines, we are getting Clan of the Wolf Heart. We are the ones we've been waiting for. Yeah, so Divine Feminines, you who resonate with my channel, you are the ones that the world has been waiting for, the ones that you've been waiting for. You are your divine masculine. In that sense, you attract that energy to you based on the frequency that you're in. And so as you come into the proper alignment, meaning you are in your wholeness, you are in your even ecstatic state of gratitude, then you're good, you know. And when somebody, your divine counterpart, soulmate, anyone, any experience you're having, comes towards you in that frequency, it is a splendid thing. However, let's read this card. So you belong to the Clan of the Wolf Heart. This is a soul tribe with boundaries beyond bloodlines and geography. It is based on soul connection to love's wisdom and higher truths of Great Spirit. The clan is united through wolf medicine and the heart. These are the qualities of the divine feminine that unify, allowing for a palpable experience of oneness that brings power to our collective wisdom and purpose. Every time, divine feminines, you think a thought in the name of love that releases the fear, the anxiety, the pain, the uncertainty, you contribute that to the collective dream. And it becomes a permission that is more easily accessible by those who follow in your footsteps. You are trailblazers. You are part of the filtration system of moving density to light on the planet. And so it is vital. You are sacred. This is your spiritual function. And it's not easy. It's not for the faint of heart, or, you know, we'd all be there already. But everything you do that way does contribute. It really does, more so than you know. What can we see? Final card for Divine Feminines. Union. Seal of clairsentience, clarity, knowledge, channeling, and unification. Bring all of your thoughts into unity consciousness. If you don't know what that is, meditate on what that is. Ask the divine to express to you in terms that you understand what unity consciousness actually is. We're all in this together. And many blessings, Divine Feminines. I love you.